So now we're starting to get into some ideas of memorization, some things we need to know for how the SAT works and or for how, I should not say the SAT works, how lines work in general. It's not just about the SAT. So we should know, if we're going to memorize something, that a line in the xy plane, we really want it to have the equation y equals mx plus b, because then it's probably easiest form to understand. And they do give me the two things I need. The most obvious is they tell me the slope is -1/2. And that is the value that's attached to the x. So luckily, these are all written in y equals mx plus b format. We can kind of see that. So we want the number attached to the x to be -1/2, not +1/2, right? So be careful with C and D. They're close, but we need the negative. So that leaves us with A and B. And then it comes down to, well, what is this? They don't tell us that it's a y-intercept, but it is a y-intercept because the x coordinate is equal to 0. And that is, by definition, how every single y-intercept must be. So the y-intercept is the other number in this y equals mx plus b equation. It's the b. So we just want a +3, and so that's choice B, and that's it. But if you weren't aware that that was the y-intercept, you could just plug the point into the equation and just see what happens, right? So if we plug it in here, 3 is the y-coordinate, equals -1/2 times 0 plus 3. Well, anything times 0 is 0, so that's basically gone. So this is saying 3 equals 3, which it does. Whereas if we did that with choice A, we'd have 3 is equal to -1/2 times 0 minus 3. So again, the 0 knocks this out, but now I have 3 is equal to -3, and that it's not. Those are different numbers, so that is proof that that point does not fit on that line, is not part of that equation. So we want the numbers to match up. We want like 3 equals 3. So we're going to use that skill for sure. That's a plug points into equations skill, the most important strategy for the SAT and PSAT math sections. But it is good to recognize when you're given y-intercepts, because those are really important points that have special properties and make it really easy for us to think about. So try to notice if you've got a 0 somewhere in a point, it's an intercept. If it's an x equals 0, then it's a y-intercept, and those are the best kind.